The 2003 Firestone Indy 400 at Michigan International Speedway was the 10th race of the 2003 IndyCar Series season on July 27, 2003. IndyCar fans were expecting one hell of a race with side-by-side and close, fast racing. It was going to be yet another unpredictable race, but nobody would predict a competitor spinning and winning the race, and nobody would predict that it would be Alex Barron. Before we get to the Michigan race, and how we got into that position in the first place, I bet you're wondering, who is Alex Barron? Well, County Line Films can answer that question. Take it away.
Alex Barron would of course start his racing career in go-karts in 1979, and throughout the next 15 years, he would race across the country and even the world. I say that because his earliest racing results, thanks to Driver Database, come from the Formula C karting championship in 1994. It was here where he'd race alongside future F1 Grand Prix winner Jarno Trulli, who would end up winning that year's championship. Barron, on the other hand, was 28th. In 1996, Alex Barron would graduate to cars, racing in the US F2000. His first year was about what you'd expect, with Barron only getting a single podium that season. The next year, he would move into Toyota Atlantics, where most really expected him to drown. Driving for Lynx Racing and being teammates with Mimo Gidley, he did alright this year. And by alright, I mean he would get 5 wins, 9 podiums, and win that season's championship. He already locked up the championship before the season's end, eventually winning it by 42 points. Not only did he pick up a championship trophy, he also got some money to go IndyCar racing in 1998. Hot and cold is the best phrase to describe Alex Barron's career across kart and the Indy Racing League before the 2003 Michigan race. He drove for All-American Racers in 1998, where he really did all he could in the equipment he had. He was driving slow and unreliable cars, and it shows in his results. He had an average start of 25th and average finish of 17th. Really, the most memorable moment of this year for Alex was him mounting Brian Hurd at Road America. He would also have 2 DNQs in a year which was a pretty rude welcome to the series. The next year would start off even worse, with the sole highlight being a 9th place finish at Nazareth. After race 7 at Milwaukee, Barron would leave the team and only start 10 more kart races, 2 of which coming with Penske in the second half of 1999, where he retired from both of those races. In Alex Barron's kart career, he only finished on the lead lap 2 times, led 22 laps, and had an average finish of 16.6. In the later half of 2001, Barron made his debut in the Indy Racing League at Gateway. Driving for Sam Schmidt with sponsorship from the major grocery store chain, he would start the race in 17th alongside Robbie McGee. His race would come to an abrupt end after he and Buzz Calkins made contact in the pits, sending Barron into the air, breaking his rear suspension, and ending both of their days after only 40 laps. That would be his only start for the 2001 season, but he would return full-time in 2002. He would drive for Blair Racing with sponsorship from Rayovac. His year got off to a rough start, with a mechanical DNF at Phoenix and a 12th place finish at Fontana, taking the luster off a decent 8th place finish in Homestead. However, the rest of the year would thankfully be better for him, with him not retiring throughout the rest of the season and getting a bunch of top 10s. He finished 4th at Indy and would be co-Rookie of the Year alongside Thomas Scheckter, finished 3rd at Gateway, and put together a great drive at Nashville to score his first IndyCar win. It certainly wasn't a dominant win though, as he would only lead 11 laps the whole day, with all of them coming in the last 11 laps of the race. It was still a win and capped off his best season in IndyCar. In 2002, Alex Barron would get 11 top 10s, 4 top 5s, 1 win, and finish 5th in the points. He was on a hot streak with his team, and the expectations were him to finish higher in the points this upcoming year, and maybe even fight for a championship. This was until December 2002, when Blair Racing would abruptly shut its doors after losing their sponsorship from Rayovac. After only a single year in the series, the team were done, leaving dozens of employees, including Alex Barron, left scrambling for the next year. For 2003, Alex Barron wouldn't drive full-time, but instead served as a super sub. He once again drove for Penske, replacing the injured Gilles de Ferran for the first ever Indy Racing League race at Motegi, and then later that year, replaced the injured Philippe Giaffoni at Mo Nunn Racing. And it was his time there where he put in arguably his most impressive IndyCar performance.
After 44 laps since the drop of the green flag, Alex Barron made his way to the front, leading 2 laps until Thomas Scheckter would get the lead back. Barron would not lead any laps until lap 112 and will lead 2 laps. Alex Barron would once again lead on lap 148 and will lead for 16 laps. Alex Barron has been having a clean and good race all race long, and I'm pretty sure nothing will go wrong for number 21 Hollywood Machine, right? Right, guys?
They stay 2x2 down the back straightaway. Taking a look is Thomas Scheckter to the high side. Scheckter tries to work his way around Sam Hornish Jr. Meanwhile, Hornish clears Barron. Scheckter gets by Barron and they touch. Alex Barron, is he going to save it? He gets sideways. Spinning backwards down the straightaway. How did he keep it off the wall? Alex Barron has saved it. He has saved the car in turn number 4.
You will not believe what just happened at Michigan International Speedway. Watch what happened just a few moments ago. These are the first 4 cars. That's Alex Barron in under Sam Hornish. The 10 car is Scheckter, and the 9 car is Dixon. Scheckter up high, and Barron through turn number 3. Touch wheels. Scheckter keeps it off the wall. Barron spins, but not only does he not hit anything, he gets the car going in the right direction, crosses a line, and doesn't lose a lap. And the crowd went wild.
On lap 164, Alex Barron was contending for the lead alongside with Sam Hornish Jr. and Thomas Scheckter. In the middle of turn 4, Alex and Thomas made contact while battling for second place, going after Hornish, ended up overcorrecting it, but saved it. Thankfully, everybody made their pit stops, including Alex Barron. Alex Barron's spin would be the last caution of the race, and the race went under green for the next 31 laps. While Thomas Scheckter and Sam Hornish Jr. were going at it for the race lead and win, Alex Barron would show up to contend for the win and led on lap 190. Now it was a battle between Sam Hornish Jr. and Alex Barron. For the remainder 9 laps, Hornish and Barron will go back and forth. Now it was down to the wire to the white flag.
Off of turn number 4, Brian Howard, white flag in hand, will display it for the leader, Sam Hornish Jr. Alex Barron will try to chase him down the final lap of the Firestone Indy 400. Coming into the race, Sam had led only 4 laps all year long. He may lead the biggest one of the year. Hornish still out in front, and he's trying to outrun Barron down the back straight halfway there. Didn't lead those 4 laps until the last race in Nashville. Now Barron's going to make a move. Barron goes up high. They're side by side into 3. Side by side into 4. Mike King, who's going to win it? Setting up for a photo finish here at Michigan International Speedway. Barron on the outside. He's going to edge just in front of Sam Hornish Jr. Alex Barron, he has got the spin and win at Michigan.
The guy that's got a shot at it right now is Barron, and he knows it, but he's searching. He doesn't know what to do. Look where Sam is in the white line.
Sam Hornish, brand new Chevrolet Gen 4 engine being chased by Toyota. Barron, Scheckter, Sharp, Dixon, and Takagi. Honda is 8. Here we go. They go side by side into 3. Coming for the line, coming for the flag. Hornish has got a nose, but Barron now pushes ahead. Barron takes it. Barron takes the win from second place. Alex Barron has won at Michigan, 400 miles, and they battled every inch of the way. Morris Nunn Racing celebrates. Peter Parrott, right there in the middle of all that.
Man, that was awesome, guys. Thank you.
Another classic IndyCar finish was in the books. Alex Barron did the spin and win at Michigan, beating Sam Hornish Jr. by 0.0121 of a second. This race would be Alex's second and final IndyCar victory. This would also be Mo Nunn Racing's second and final victory in the IndyCar series. Now, what happened to Alex Barron after he won at Michigan? Once again, County Line Films will explain what went down for the rest of Barron's career. Take it away again.
After scoring a second IndyCar win in the span of just over a year, you may think this was a springboard to greater success in the series. Well, unfortunately not, as he would never finish better than 3rd in the rest of his career. He would sign for Red Bull Cheever Racing for 2004 and 2005, and his time there was frankly mediocre. In 2004, he raced alongside Ed Carpenter, and both of them struggled that year. Barron would only finish in the top 5 twice that year, with a best finish of 3rd at the first Texas race. He would lead only 3 laps, have an average start of 15.3, and average finish of 11.9, along with finishing 12th in the points. 2004 was worse than his rookie year back in 2002, and the next year would be even worse. His average start and finish increased, and he would only finish on the lead lap 4 times that season. Honestly, this stretch of his career is so bad that it really deserves its own video. How a guy could go from winning races in equipment that really didn't deserve it, to struggling in the midfield and being washed away from the minds of fans, is morbidly fascinating. 2006 saw more struggles, this time in the Champ Car Atlantic Series, where he only mustered a best finish of 8th. He even got his butt kicked by his rookie teammate RNCoyote, who finished 71 points clear of Alex. The next year, he would make his final 3 IndyCar starts, all of which didn't go well. After that and a few Grand Am starts over the next year, his professional driving career was over. In fact, he wouldn't race at all for the next decade. Although his racing career after his spin and win was frankly terrible, that bright spot in Brooklyn, Michigan on July 27, 2003 stands to be the defining moment of Alex Barron's IndyCar career.
If you want to see more IndyCar and motorsports related content from County Line Films, feel free to check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to it, and also follow his social media accounts for more. Links are in the descriptions below. And I just want to say, man, thank you so much for being featured in this episode. Anyway, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Racing Stories. I do apologize for the long wait for the series to go on. It's been a crazy 3 months of my personal life, and when I get to social media, I think I explained that from my I guess the canceled Racing Stories episode, or like another channel update. I don't know. I'm doing this recording as of September 30th, 2022. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love making this series, and I feel so good making these episodes, these kind of videos again. Anyway, this is the Impress 48 signing off. Goodbye, everybody.